Welcome back to TL's Hobby Center. Today, we are going my personal favorite Ironman suit, and that is the Mark 7. This is a very controversial suit in some people's opinion. Me, I'm kind of a fan of this. It's a subtle mix where it's high tech, but it's not too crazy. It's not the Mark 6. I can tell you that right now. It's not the Mark 6, but it took all the good from the Mark 6 and it kind of adapted itself to make it a little bit like a bulkier style suit, but it's the most unique suit, I think, in my own opinion. So as you can see, I have him in his typical landing pose. This is the one that has some new additives to it, which a lot of other figures usually don't have that. Um, I showed you on the Mark III, the 3000 suit I reviewed the other day. This is, in my opinion, one of my favorites. I kind of grew up with it. Well, I didn't exactly grow up with this one. I grew up with the Mark. I mean, I've seen all the different Iron Man suits, um, but this is the one that just kind of stuck with my liking, I guess you can call it. It's like, I don't know. It's a bulkier suit. It's versatile to be put on, almost like the Mark 42, but it's a suit. I don't know. It's a suit in its own way, in its own sense. um, it doesn't have the triangle arc reactor, which most people want, but I don't know. It's just the look of it. Everyone has their own opinion, but this is my favorites, or my personal favorite suit, compared to the newer suits at least. It's between this and the Mark 6, and then the Mark 3 would be my top three. But all in all, this is one of my, I don't know, I already told you it's my favorite suit. I don't know how I tell you how that I like the suit or not, but has gadgets. And it's one of the stronger suits, I feel like, because he took on a whole army. The Jatari in the Avengers 1. Um, but overall looks, it gives you like a little, like the legs are basically a Mark 6. The arms are basically like a Mark 3, but they don't have the grooves. It's a subtle. Even the back here on the biceps or the triceps, it's a little different, but it's like a mix of all the suits for all the goods of all the other suits, in my opinion, is how this looks to me. So that's kind of why I find it as like one of my personal favorites. Um, the mask is even slightly different up top on the forehead. They usually have like a little bit longer of a, what do you call it, a little nook. Um, he has the strong lasers in these, and yeah, I mean, it's really about it. I mean, it saved Tony's life the time that he got thrown out the window by Loki, so it kind of like adds to it. Because this was a, like all of his other suits, it was a prototype that never been tested, but now that he has the proof that it works, it worked, and it stuck around, I think, till not that long into Iron Man 3 that they kind of got rid of it because they were testing out the Mark 42, but that's all fine. But let's go and review this thing a little bit more so you guys get an understanding of what this suit is. This is the 10-year anniversary for this figure. I don't have a box for this one. I have another one on the way that's sealed in the box. Um, so let's go and do. I like how they attach these shoulder pads or shoulder armor basically now to the body of the suit itself. So that way, like the older figures, you don't lose these. These were the nightmare, and I always just took them off and stored them in a baggie, so that way they never got lost. I actually still have, I think, most of mine or all mine. So the arm can do 360 like that. You can get in and out. The joints are tight. The arm or the head can twist all the way around if you really want to. Go up and down. And it's got double jointed elbows. The fist, for some reason, is the only one that has the pivot, which I would rather these hands to have. Which actually, I just realized that it's supposed to be like that. Interesting. I wish that these hands would have the pivot on them so that they can go up and down, but that's my own personal opinion. The torso can do a 360. There's no waist movement. It's just all upper torso. Um, he has these blades on the back as like a. You guys seen him use it in Ironman 1. I believe he used it somehow. Yeah, he used these things, and when he was trying to catch the missile coming to the city to slow him down, to hurry up and speed up to catch it. Also, this is one of the faster suits that actually has that repulsor thing that he had, that he puts all the power to the repulsors to fly up fast enough. The legs can do a split about that much. It's got thigh pivot. It's double jointed at the knee, and he even has pivot in the ankle, like that. And he can pivot it a little bit both ways. Got side to side movement, front to back. And that's most of the articulation for this figure. So let's go and see some of the bits that you get with them. You have an extra fist, and you also have another repulsor hand that you would put in his repulsor blast. So that way it looks like it's being shot out of his hand, like so. Pretty cool. There is also little holes in his feet, but it doesn't line up with his repulsor in his boot. So that's an odd one to have, unless you had him in like a hovering mode like that. Then it would kind of make sense, but for this one, I'd rather have the two repulsor hands with those coming out of his hands on both sides, in my own opinion. But I don't have a stand, which my stands don't fit into this peg hole, so he's going to be standing for right now, unless I get one that he can be flying in. One that I wish they can figure out is to have the repulsor blast, have something coming out of the chest for the repulsor blast, like you did on Ironmonger and Iron Man 1. But also, just my opinion of they should do something with that, or have a chest piece you can take off and have that of like a blast coming out of his chest, maybe. They can do something of that sort, or some kind of laser style thing. But that's pretty much what the Mark 7 is. My personal favorite, but let me know in the comments if it's your guys' favorite at all, or if you guys absolutely despise this suit. Let me know. I can actually show you what a previous Mark 3 looks like. And right here, you can see the major difference in size of the figures, the detail of the figures even. Just all in all, they've gotten a lot better since the first movie of Iron Man. Sizing, yes, it's a lot better. The way that they don't have this no more, where these shoulder pads pop off. I'm glad they got rid of that, because that was just rough to deal with, because you only go up like so high and then it pops the shoulders off. All that. But you can see the resemblance of the two suits though also. Circle chest, kind of in the waist area too. The arms, they kind of have like the similar look to an extent. It's also partially like Mark 6 style. Let's see. Even in the helmet, you can see a difference in the helmets. How this one's a little bit longer up top than how the Mark 7 is. Not much, but a little bit. The back will have like a similar look. Well, it's going to be different because he has the armor built onto the suit. So in the movie, he actually loses those at the end of the movie of the Avengers, but still has the gold going up on the sides, in the center, even on the back of his thighs. But all in all, it's still kind of similar, but it's different. So you can see some resemblances of the Mark III in this one with the Mark 6, with also a hint of the Mark 4. So it all adds up to being very similar and unique in its own way. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys for watching. We will catch you on the next review. Have a good day.